Welcome everybody to 2024 on the PPR channel. And this is the first episode of the year for Southern Discomfort. And we have quite a lineup for you tonight. If you give me just a moment, I'm going to make sure that we are good to go and streaming on all of our platforms. We're on the PPR channel, the yobaby channel. We are on my Facebook, Dustin's Twitter, my Twitter, and my Instagram. And I believe we are good to go. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna hop in the chat real quick and see who we got. Hey Shannon, welcome. Dustin and Triple X Lady. Thank you all for being here with us tonight. Bethany will be here with me shortly. Whenever she so decides to grace us with her presence. Always waiting on her. Y'all notice that? She has to make her grand entrance. She'll be probably to our own wedding, Dustin. I would imagine. But that's because woman time is different than normal time. All right. So when Bethany tells me I'm going to be 5 minutes, I've come up with a calculation. And when I run it through the calculation in my mind, that usually equates to about 1.2 hours. So she kind of, time exists as a river. We've gotten into that in our episodes in quantum physics about the relativity of time. So Bethany operates on time like on a totally different plane, right? 5 minutes passing to her is like almost an hour and a half for us. At least that's how it's come to calculate in my mind. Yes, Dustin, she may be dancing with the clowns. Hey, Sergeant R, welcome to the chat. You're coming over from Mayhem's channel. Awesome. Glad that you are with us tonight. So we have a great show lined up for you tonight. We are going to have blonde jokes, sock puppets, haunted locations, and we are talking about gates 7 and 8 of the Necronomicon. That is how we are kicking things off in 2024. And also, at the end of the show today and at the end of the show Thursday, I am going to pick one lucky winner, and they will win a copy of the new Southern Discomfort issue for January that is going to drop January 7th. So here it is. This is the first official issue of Southern Discomfort Season 2 entitled Bitch Bear. And you've heard me talk about this a little bit last week, how we on this channel love any type of haunted doll, haunted toy, object. And this is about a little girl for her 10th birthday goes to the mall and makes a Build-A-Bear. And the Build-A-Bear comes to life, and it is more than just a little tough stuffed teddy bear. So you will want to check that. It is an extremely satisfying and violent ending. It's filled with some dark humor. And for those of you who weren't here last week, Bethany was the one who inspired this story. And I can tell you a little more about it whenever she hops on. Let me make sure I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Oh, here she is. Hey, beautiful.
Don't try to butter me up.
What?
What?
Why do you come on the show so hostile?
Hostile. Hostile?
Hostile, yes.
Hostile. All right, everybody in chat, is it hostile or hostile?
It's spelled the same way. How are you going to tell when they put it in chat?
And you say that I butcher words when I speak?
Yeah, eggs, coffee.
Eggs.
Eggs. I'm saying it hostile for emphasis.
It sounds like you're trying to like make fun of the plants, the hosta plant.
No.
Yes.
No. Look,
Yes.
Shannon put hostile emphasis on the tile like I did.
Oh no, PW's COVID.
Yeah, she's sick. Poor PW.
Oh,
Now keep her in your thoughts and prayers.
absolutely. How are your symptoms, PW? Like, what are they? I know for me, I lost my sense of taste. It sucked.
Let's see what she puts in there. But we were just talking about the bitch bear story. And I'm going to give away an issue at the end of the show. We'll do a drawing, and I'm going to give away an issue at the end of Thursday's show, just in preparation for it dropping on the 7th of the month. PW says, lost taste, bad ache and fever.
Yeah, that was pretty much what I had, PW. I am so sorry, honey. I lost my sense of taste, what was it? What was it, baby? What, a week, 2 weeks?
It was a good while.
Yeah. But what I did after over a week, they call it like smell therapy. I was shoving like vinegar under my nose, fabric softener, anything with a strong smell to try to trigger it to come back.
Farts.
No, not that. Jeez.
What?
You know, I don't exactly appreciate it. I was actually getting my youngest dressed today, and right where my head was like near his rear end, as I was helping him pull up his pants, he farted. And he
I was
laughed.
there to give him high fives.
He laughed. He thought it was funny.
It is funny. I'd give him high fives.
That's something you would do.
Do it again. Every time.
No.
Yeah.
Fart.
Anyway, I was talking about Bitch Bear and how I was getting ready to get into how you inspired the story.
Aww.
Now, for those of you who get this issue, and all of you should, right? Because some of the Southern discomforts, they're all different. Some of them are very extreme, and I know extreme is not for everybody. This one is not as extreme as some of the other ones. But this is one that is kind of middle of the road that I think everybody will enjoy. We all like those ones about the haunted little dolls or things coming to life. But when you read this story, the little girl in the story, Amanda, this is pretty much how Bethany was as a kid. You are getting a glimpse into how she was as a child in this story. Am I right?
Actually, yeah. I even found diaries from when I was about that age, and I'm like, he's exaggerating. And then I'm like, wow, I really did swear a lot. Very aggressive, and was also picked on.
Yes. So it's a story that I wrote for her. I actually have several things dedicated to her. That story is one of them. My Dreadful Death series is dedicated to her. And the Southern Discomfort, coming out in February for around Valentine's Day, is going to be dedicated to her as well. It is a epic fantasy horror style story that will be in February. Hey, BZ Collecting, thank you for joining us.
I'm honored, but also suspicious. All right. So what do you, or more accurate, what do you and Dustin have planned for me if you're buttering me up like this?
I'm buttering you up. You've already read the story.
This is true, but I always thought Bitch Bear was inspired also because of my teddy bear. You took one look at my childhood teddy bear and you were like, who the hell has a childhood teddy bear that growled, that it snarled? It has a snarl on his face.
Yeah. As I said, the whole thing was inspired by your childhood. And Clark the teddy bear. We need to get Clark up here.
He's my baby. I still have him on my bed.
Yep.
He was actually inspired by a Dr. Seuss book.
A Dr. Seuss book.
Do you even remember the story?
No, remind me.
It was the one where it's one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. It's where they found that thing in the park in the dark. We'll take him home. We will call him Clark.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I forgot about that one. So, yes, Bitch Bear will be on sale January 7th on Godless. And at the end of the show, everybody who is in chat, I will put your name in our little spinny thingy that we have and pick a winner. So this will give everybody a chance to say Bethany's favorite phrase, winner, winner, chicken dinner.
No, that is not my favorite phrase. That's right up there.
The chat
no, I hate that. That's right up there with the words yummy. Ugh.
Winner, winner,
anything
dinner.
like that just annoys me. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, and like yummy. Okay, what about all of you in chat? What are some words that they just grate on your nerves like nails on a chalkboard?
The word Bethany.
I didn't say Zeke. What annoys you? I asked the chat.
Okay, Dustin, I will. I'll put it back up.
Put what back up?
The other screen. He wanted to make sure that everybody saw who was all part of the channel. Dustin, Tanya, Zeke, Vickie. All right. Let me get back over. Answer Bethany's question. What word grates on your nerves? Then put the word and then put winner, winner, chicken dinner.
No, come on, cut it out.
I can't get this thing to scroll. There we go. Let's see. Oh, nobody's taking you up on it yet. The PWC, you talking about see you later, alligator? PW? Dustin, you have a story to share. Do you want to come up? Or are you just going to put it in chat and I'll read it out? The PW says she hates see you later, alligator. You forgot to put winner, winner, chicken dinner out beside that, PW. Bethany. Oh, Bethany, you know what else I found out? She disappeared. She must have gotten kicked off or she got annoyed at me. Either one is possible at this point. We'll see if she comes back. Dustin, I see that when she comes back up, I will read that. Okay, so for those of you who are just joining us, let me tell you what we got going on tonight. For 2024, we got a couple of new things that we are introducing on Southern Discomfort, and one of those is a haunted location. So before we actually get into talking about gates 7 and 8 tonight, we're going to look at a haunted location. but I'm waiting for Bethany to come back up because I have a couple things that I want to do before we actually get to the serious part of the show. And I have to do this to get it out, or I won't be able to concentrate. Oh, thank you, PW. She put winter, winter chicken dinner up here, and Bethany's not even here to read it. Let's see what's going on. Her phone must have died or something. I don't know. She'll be back in a little bit. But yes, we do have some great shows planned this year for you. I'm going to have some special guests coming on the show later this month. I will have Roland Bursey Jr., who is a horror author from New Orleans, which is just about an hour south of me. And he's going to come on the show, and we are going to tell you some of our favorite urban legends from Louisiana. And Roland is going to be able to talk about a new book that he has coming out with Crystal Lake Publishing that will be dropping that week as well. We've got some investigations that we are going to plan. I know I'm going to be doing some stuff around here in Louisiana and Texas. So lots of cool stuff coming up. Our Thursday night show, Immortal Shadows, we are still going through the book of Revelation. We're going to be on that for a little while and just kind of taking our time. We are on the 7 trumpets right now. So that's what we will be talking about Thursday night. We'll have probably about 2 more shows on the trumpets and then transitioning into other parts of the book. And then this Friday, be sure to tune in for Hauntings and Beyond, because we are all going to be talking about our experience at the Thomas House. So you don't want to miss that. So come tune in. That is going to be at still 11 Eastern for this Friday, Dustin. Time's still the same, buddy. I want to make sure I tell everybody the right time. And PW, I know you've got some stuff coming up on your Instagram. And for those of you who are on Instagram, go follow PW. It's Lady Rose on Instagram. She does a lot of articles on, oh gosh, PW, historical places, haunted places, mythology, gods, goddesses, all kinds of things, and paranormal. So go follow her and keep up with the stuff that she is posting. Hey, Kenneth. Welcome. Glad that you are here with us in the chat. So I don't know what happened to Bethany. I will wait to do what I have planned with her in just a little bit. But for now, we are going to go and switch gears and get into our first haunted location that we are going to be looking at in this year, in 2024. And I have a couple of pictures for you, and I'm going to post a link in here. I got all of my information for this haunted location from Candace Nola off of her Uncomfortably Dark website. Candace is a very good horror author. She's won some awards, and she has this site that is just like a catch-all for horror. And so each week I'm going to be posting one of her articles in here as I use them. This is the one right here. So our haunted location for the week is the Ancient Ram Inn in Gloucestershire, England. I've got some pictures that I want to show you while I talk about this place. It's pretty old. It's got an interesting history. So here is a picture of the outside of the inn. It was built in 1145 AD and was originally a home for slaves and workers that were there helping build St. Mary's Church. The other interesting thing about this particular haunted location is it is on the ley lines, which have been known to be a powerful source of natural energy that have long been used in the practice of ceremonial magic. There's canals here that lead to other canals that connect to the ley lines, which is how people think that this energy may possibly travel. In 1968, the inn was made into a bed and breakfast by a man named John Humphreys. And it was here, when it was made into this bed and breakfast, that lots of paranormal activity began to be reported in this place. According to some of the stories here, is there was a witch who was hung on this location in the 15th century, and she supposedly haunts this inn, as well as a black cat that she has. There's also a young girl who seems to enjoy waving when she manifests herself to people. This place is also known for the spirits getting pretty aggressive. They have physically attacked people, including the guy who turned it into the bed and breakfast, John Humphreys. And to top it all off, there have also been reports of an incubus and succubus that feeds off the raging hormones of any guest who might be feeling a little frisky in the bed and breakfast. And supposedly there's no safe place in this inn. Every room is haunted and has paranormal activity. You can still stay in this place. It's mostly frequented by paranormal investigators these days, but it is available to stay in and to do investigations in. So that is our haunted location for tonight's show, and we'll be doing more of these every Tuesday night on Southern Discomfort. So stay tuned for more of those. Let me see if I have any more announcements or anything else I wanted to show y'all before we get into the Necronomicon. Nope. The other stuff I'm saving for when Bethany gets back up here. So this is how we're going to do things here with the remaining gates that we have to look at. Oh, PW, you wrote about it last year. Awesome. Can you put your link? Can you find it and put your link in the chat, PW? Hey, Julie, welcome to the chat. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We are just getting ready to get into our main topic of the night. So yeah, PW, if you can find that, just whenever, pop it in there. That way people can read yours and the other one we put there in the chat from Candace. That'll be awesome. We got 2 places to go to be able to read about the haunted Ram's Inn. So tonight we are going to look at gates 7 and 8. Now, I know we've usually been doing 3 gates at a time, but the reason I'm only doing 2 tonight is because the 9th gate is one I really want to spend some time on, because we're going to get into all of the books that are found in the writings of H.P. Lovecraft. And by books, I mean things like the Necronomicon and other stuff. So it's going to be really, really cool. Hey, Vickie, welcome to the chat. Y'all say hello to Vickie. She's in there. Hi, sissy. Welcome. Glad that you were with us. And because Vickie is here, Vickie, I'm doing this in honor of you, because we love our sister Vickie. There you go, Vickie. Welcome. Welcome. These are Vickie's signs, made possible by the inventive imagination of our very own Dustin. Vickie, I just missed you so much. We had to give you the right welcome. Vickie said, "We're grounded, Dustin." No, Vickie, we're so excited to have you in here with us tonight. Thank you for being here. Okay, PW, I see you posted your link. Awesome. So y'all go check those links out from one PW posted and the one posted from Candace on Haunted Ran. And here comes Bunny. Hey, baby, you okay?
Yeah, sorry about that. By the way, you're real choppy.
I am.
You were.
Okay, well, maybe it'll straighten out. Y'all let me know if I'm choppy. You missed our haunted location.
What was your haunted location?
The Ram's Inn in England. I posted some articles about it in the chat.
Why were you bringing it up? You planning to go?
Because I'm doing a haunted location each week on Southern Discomfort. One of the new things we added for 2024.
What makes it allegedly haunted?
So it supposedly sits on these ley lines that are filled with all of this energy, and it used to be a slaves' quarter built in 1145, where they housed slaves to build one of the churches nearby. And then in 1968, it was bought by a man by the name of John Humphreys and turned into a bed and breakfast. And you got supposed hauntings of a witch who hung herself there in the 15th century. Got a girl spirit there. Most of the spirits in that place, from what's been reported, are actually pretty aggressive and will attack people. And according to people who have stayed there, there is no quote unquote safe place. Every room in the inn is haunted and has been known to have paranormal activity in it. Dustin said I'm not choppy. It must be your brain processing things wrong.
I think, Dustin, your brain is soaked too much in hot dog juice.
I'm still going to wear that as a cologne. Yes, PW, and incubus and succubus.
You wear that as a cologne, and I will forever call you Bae.
Okay. I accept the challenge. I see that as a challenge, so I will do it.
No, I will call you Johnny Utah.
So, Nikki and Dustin and Tanya, if you end up watching, we're all together and I show up at the next paranormal event smelling like hot dogs, you'll know why. It's all for Bethany.
I am not kidding. You start wearing hot dog juice as a cologne, I will hose you off in the yard like an animal.
I'll just spray it back on. What do you think about that?
I won't let you come near me.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. Come on. You know that the smell makes me gag. It's disgusting.
I know. Now.
Oh, God. No, I know what you're putting on. I can hear it rattling. Just put it away.
We've had some requests. Now, we'll take a vote in the chat. Now, we haven't had our sock puppet guest on the show in a while. We haven't had Zekes Freaky and Burn It Beth. How many of y'all want to hear Zekes Freaky tell Burn It Beth blonde jokes? We'll take a vote.
PW, when you're feeling better, would you mind messaging me? I have some questions about some voodoo dolls that I'd like to make.
Oh, y'all can make a doll of me. I would be honored. Are you going to name the voodoo doll Zekes Freaky? Boo Bear?
Sorry, I'm reading the chat.
Nobody wants to see the sock puppets.
Good. Ha ha. Nobody wants to see the sock puppets. Moving on. Moving on.
Yeah, she doesn't have Instagram, PW. You need to make an Instagram account.
I do have an Instagram
Oh, you do?
account.
That's right.
You don't pay attention to anything that I say. Typical male.
What?
You just pick out just certain things. It was like watching the Twilight Zone yesterday, and I saw the episode with the it was the old woman in the bed, and she keeps getting those phone calls, and it's her boyfriend from the dead, and she screams at him to leave her alone, not realizing it's him. And then he calls one last time, or she picks up the phone one last time to talk to him, and he said, "You told me to leave you alone, and I always do what you said." And I'm watching it, and I thought, that's my idiot. He would do that. He would do that deliberately.
Mm-hmm. And be like, you said to leave you alone, Blondie.
I know. No, you pick certain things that I say and then hold it against me forever. That's a guy thing.
So Dustin says puppets. PW wants to see the puppets get married, so we're going to have them exchange vows one day. Yeah, Dustin, we're going to have a sock puppet wedding.
You need to do one for... I'd be curious what you would make for Dustin and Vickie and Tanya.
Okay.
PW, I wouldn't. When I think of PW, I don't think of her as a sock puppet. I would think of her as like a porcelain witch, something very pretty.
Yeah, well, you know what I found out too about PW?
What?
Do you know she's short? She's actually shorter than you. So you have an ally now.
How tall is she?
What'd you say? 4'10", PW? She's like right underneath you, Bethany.
Yeah, like 2 inches. I'm barely at 5 feet. I'm not even 5'1".
Yeah, so y'all can form like a little luchador tag team with the mask.
Actually, PW, what we're going to do is, you're shorter than I am, so you're going to go lower. You're going to like get him down at his knees, and then when we knock him down, then we're going to start the voodoo ritual.
Hey, Dustin, do you have a Lollipop Guild song on here that I could play?
I am not kidding. Okay, like knock it off, or else I will have PW help me and create a voodoo ritual where we remove your heart and put it in a freaking little sock puppet for you. Bring
Dustin,
it to life.
How much will it cost to get the Lollipop Guild song to play? on the show.
All right, you jolly green jerk.
So, all right. So for those of y'all who have not seen the sock puppets, this is Zekey Freaky.
Is he dirty?
No, he's just been sitting on the shelf.
What is that on his face?
It's my beard.
It looks like it's dirty. It looks like you were wearing it and then because this is such bad quality, like the video reception. So it looks like you were wearing it through dirt, which is something you would do. And then put it on your hand. Okay, all right. Just back it away from the camera. Come on.
And
it's creepy.
This is Burn It Beth. You can see I spent a lot of time on the blonde hair. It is a Dollar General trash bag.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he thinks of me too, people. Feel the love. I am the equivalent of a Dollar General trash bag. Thank you so much. And why did you paint all over her? What did you do? Why does she have a colorful beard?
No, she's on fire. She set herself on fire in the kitchen.
Maybe she's on fire because she's so beautiful.
No, she set herself on fire in the kitchen. That's what happened.
It looks like a beard.
These are the sock puppet representations of me and Bethany, and we will do a wedding for them.
Oh, God.
Exchanging vows.
Run, girl, run. I love how you actually used, what is that, yarn? In yours? I love how you gave yourself real hair, and I got a freaking trash bag as mine.
I have a ponytail in this one.
Yeah, you actually tried. I have a bag.
Yep.
Lovely.
Do y'all want to hear blonde jokes?
Collaboration curiosities. Wait, Zeke's doing puppets now? Yes, he is.
Before I get into the teaching, do y'all want to hear Zekey Freaky tell Burn It Beth blonde jokes?
God, say no. Tell him no. Don't encourage this.
Yeah, Vicky's agreeing that y'all need a voodoo doll for me. Hey, collaboration of curiosities. Yes, we've had sock puppets. I haven't pulled them out in a while. And now we do. We are the only paranormal show with sock puppets. So come on, y'all are dragging this out. I want to get into the teaching.
Then get into the teaching. Just abandon the damn puppets.
Nope, PW says yes.
Oh.
So, all right.
You know what? He ruined my redneck joke that I had for him. And it's so inappropriate, I can't say it on live feed or else we'll get flagged.
Yeah, see, she thought she would be funny and told a joke. And the answer I gave absolutely...
It's so inappropriate and dirty. I was horrified. And you ruined it. You ruined my joke. I will never let this go. Never.
All right, so here we go. Y'all ready? Sneaky Freaky, are you ready to tell a joke? Yeah, man, I'm ready. Burn It Beth, are you ready? Yes, I am always ready to laugh at your funny jokes, Sneaky Freaky. All right, Burn It Beth, what is the difference between Bigfoot and a blonde? Or let me rephrase that, a smart blonde. I do not know, Zekey Freaky. Bigfoot has actually been sighted. That is very, very funny.
No, it's not funny. No, it's not.
I'm laughing. Can't you see? Burn It Beth. What? 3 blondes were driving down the highway and they saw a sign that said clean restroom. So you know what they did? What did they do? They stopped and cleaned the restroom. I don't get it. Burn it, Beth. What? Why did the blonde tiptoe past the medicine cabinet? I do not know. Because she didn't want to wake the sleeping pills.
That isn't even a funny joke. That's just stupid. Okay? That is so stupid. You ought to be ashamed.
I got more. I tried to find the worst ones possible.
Yeah, that's you. You find the stupidest jokes, the ones that aren't even funny.
I know. It's meant to annoy you, to be that bad.
And to answer your question, Vickie, the joke that I had for Zeke was, what does a redneck and yeast have in common? Now, the answer he gave me was...
You can't say it.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying it. The answer was, they're both inbred.
Oh, okay.
That was not what he said.
Mine was way better.
Oh, God. Just message Dustin what you said to me, because I can't.
I will. All right.
It was extremely offensive.
Now that we got all that out of the way, are y'all ready to get into the dates of the Necronomicon?
I don't know how you're going to segue from having sock puppets tell stupid blonde jokes into the Necronomicon.
I'm just going to go with it. Like, there's no smooth transition. I'm just going to jolt everybody into it.
Go for it.
All right. If everybody is ready to get serious for a little bit, we will get serious. And then maybe after that, I can tell some more jokes to annoy Bethany. All right.
To be fair, people in the audience are like, this is the worst dad joke. So your jokes suck.
Of course. That they are meant to grate on your nerves.
That is the point. But in private, oh no, he will tell me some real filthy ones.
Yeah, just to get a rise out of her.
You know, at best, I would say you act like you have the maturity at best of like a 13 or 14-year-old boy.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm not arguing with you on that one.
No, you shouldn't. I mean, like that's where the bar is at, and it's been there for years.
Mm-hmm. And somehow you still love me. And you laugh. You laugh. So,
all right. Like you said, let's get serious. PW said, don't read the Necronomicon. It's dangerous. Zeke will not give you any information about the secret. Do your own research. Now,
we're not giving away the keys to open the gates and how to do that. What, baby? What were you going to say?
Nothing. No, to me, I think it's one of those, I leave it up to other people's discretion.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Myself personally, I always just felt it was just a book, just stuff that Lovecraft just came up with.
Yeah, we have talked about that debate every week. Some people think that it is just fiction. Some people think it is a mixture, and some have developed an entire occult practice.
And I do want to specify before you start, just because I think it's fiction, I am not at all saying that, oh, anybody, who believes in it, they're wrong or whatever. No, you are entitled to believe what you believe. And I think the variety is the spice of life. So whatever you believe is a beautiful thing.
Right. And that's why we are always going to be respectful, whatever topic we present. And that's why I am not giving out the keys to open these gates out of respect and caution.
Mhm. Yes, yes, because there are people, yeah, like, because, as PW said, and I absolutely have nothing but mad love and respect for her. And so, no, out of respect for her and for others, because I too won't give out any information. Yes, research it on your own.
Yeah, and that's what you'll find on this channel every time when we shift gears and get serious. Whatever topic we are doing, we're always going to handle it with a weight of respect and honor,
Yes.
no matter what that is.
And that's to honor all of you watching, whatever you all believe. It is deep respect, lots of honor. There was a
Yeah.
movie that I had never thought of, but they did make a corollary between that and the Necronomicon, and now I can't remember the name of the movie. So go ahead into the teaching. I'll try to remember the name of the movie.
Okay. Thank you for stopping by, Julie. Go get some sleep. It was good to have you. All right. So the 7th astral gate is represented by the astrological sign Gemini, the twins. And that's for the representation of this gate, and the unlocking of the keys all surround that and stuff. But each gate is assigned a certain astrological sign, because they're all based on astronomy. And what we're going to talk about tonight, and as we have in the past, loves huge interest in astronomy. So 7th gate. This is the gate that when you open this astral gate, it supposedly opens the world into Lovecraft's dreamland. And a lot of Lovecraftian scholars conclude that this whole dreamland idea in Lovecraft was one of his greatest creations in his writing. His dreamlands are described in very, very rich and vivid detail. His description of these dreamlands are way more than even his description of the monsters, the demons, the gods, everything else he talks about. And a lot of this has to do with Lovecraft's own interest in dreams and his own experiences with dreams. What we see into this whole dreamland of Lovecraft is they really challenge our usual way of looking at reality. Because part of Lovecraft's idea in how he creates these dream worlds is based on a notion that men and women, all of humanity, lead lives. They lead one life while they are awake, and they lead another life while they are asleep. And Lovecraft uses this type of dream cycle in his stories. This idea that dreams for Lovecraft are not fantasies. They were permanent realities. They were tangible. They were real worlds that people enter into while they sleep. And these dream worlds in Lovecraft's writings are actually more important than the waking worlds. But this idea that humans live this double life, one in their waking reality and one in their dreaming reality, traces back further than Lovecraft. Those of you who are familiar with the Theosophist and Madame Blavatsky, she taught that there was this type of waking reality and dreaming reality. And she believed that more developed souls assisted those who weren't as highly evolved in their dreams. And so they were called to be able to assist. And they would go and do all of these different works in their dreams, and they would perform these duties in their sleep. And so Lovecraft's idea, I don't know if there's any proof that he got this from her. I would have to dig into it more, but we definitely see that type of idea in the Theosophist, and it comes out in Lovecraft's writing. And this philosophy of his land, actually wrote about it in the beginning of some of his printed stories. For example, I want to read you this paragraph. This is Lovecraft talking about his philosophy of dreams. And this was first published in 1919 at the beginning of his story, Beyond the Wall of Sleep. So this is what Lovecraft says. He says, I have often wondered if the majority of mankind ever paused to reflect upon the occasionally titanic significance of dreams and of the obscure world to which they belong, whilst the greater number of our nocturnal visions are perhaps no more than faint and fantastic reflections of our waking experiences. Freud, to the contrary, with his puerile symbolism, there are still a certain remainder whose mundane and ethereal character permit of no ordinary interpretation, and whose vaguely exciting and disquieting effect suggests possible minute glimpses into a sphere of mental existence no less important than physical life, yet separated from that life by an all but impassable barrier. So here we see Lovecraft confessing, yeah, most dreams are just kind of the leftover junk from waking life in the brain process of it. But then he hints at there's the small portion of them that are not, that are something totally different, of like going into another world which you cannot cross in your waking reality. And this is what happens. Lovecraft takes this philosophy of dreams and he scatters it all throughout his fictional stories. And a lot of the Lovecraftian scholars, especially those who buy into the Necronomicon being real, and that you are actually able to travel into these dreamlands of Lovecraft. One of the things they do is they appeal to experience. Now, speaking scholarly, an appeal to experience is not always the best course of action, but I find this fascinating nonetheless, because one of the things that they talk about, they do talk about Lovecraft distinguishing between the chaotic trivial dreams that we talked about, that are generated from our waking life. But then they talk about the more coherent dreams that carry with them a type of significance and meaning. And they go on to appeal to all of the common experiences that we have with dreams. And they talk about how we have all experienced this firsthand, right? There's a small minority of our dreams that stand out with greater clarity, in a sense of importance, right? We would call this lucid dreaming, and I am a believer in lucid dreaming. However, Lovecraft they didn't have that term lucid dreaming back then. So he referred to these type of people being able to lucid dream or astral project in their dreams as being quote unquote dreamers. That was the word that he used. And appealing to our dreams, the Lovecraftian scholars talk about how we've all had those dreams where we can the characters, the setting, everything in our dream is so vivid, and these things seem to come out of nowhere, and we can't place it to being connected to anything in our waking life, and it causes us to wonder, where did this dream come from? So Lovecraft plays off of this lucid, vivid dreaming, being able to astral project through dreams. He does in his stories, and a lot of his characters have these vivid dreams in these worlds that they are traveling to, and a lot of his stories that are out there. You definitely see Lovecraft inserting himself. We talked about this before in the character Carter and Randolph Carter. This is a lot of scholars believe that this was basically Lovecraft inserting himself in the stories. And Randolph Carter in a lot of the stories definitely was a dreamer, and he would go to these dream worlds, and this dreamland was a deep level underneath the surface area dreams, and these people who were able to do this would go in Lovecraft stories, and they would go into all of these darker underworlds and dreamlands, and definitely different places of certain gods. The Necronomicon in the writings of Lovecraft mentions certain dream stories. So the Necronomicon definitely includes this type of mythos. And I'm not going to go through all of the different dreamlands in Lovecraft's stories, because there are quite a few of them. But the emphasis here is that opening this seventh gate and being able to astral project through it, and what the Necronomicon teaches is that you will be able to go and encounter all of these various dreamlands in Lovecraft's work. One of the most familiar ones, I will throw a couple out there, is the Temple of the Elder Gods, the Elder Ones. We've talked about that, meeting the Elder Ones in some of the other gates. Supposedly, their temple can be traveled to, as well as the land of Yoth, which is another popular place in Lovecraft's writings. So that is Gemini. That is the seventh astral gate in Lovecraft. Any questions, comments before we move on to the eighth gate? Boo Bear, you got anything?
No, excuse me. No.
No. Anybody else? Before we go to the next one. Basically, pretty simple. Gate 7 is passing through the astral and Lovecraft. But I gave you that back history because I want you to see how important these things were in Lovecraft. Dreams were especially prominent and influential in his life, and that carries into his stories, and it's sprinkled all throughout his writings. PW, you said you wrote something at the top. Okay, let me go see. Let me scroll through here. Okay, you're talking about the dreams are powerful in the practice of magic. It's almost like a door to receive messages, and you can control them too. Is that what you're talking about, PW? That's all I see. I want to make sure that's the right one. Yeah, and that is one of the things of lucid dreaming is being able to begin to start to control things in your dream. And you definitely see that in Lovecraft's characters. When they enter into this dream world, they are able to act and react, and they are a lot of them are taking what they see in the dream world and going to adjust to waking reality. And in the craft, this madness of having the veil lifted and mortals seeing something that they are not supposed to see, that they cannot handle. This is what happens when they go to the dream worlds. This is what happens when they encounter alien races, right? Everything for Lovecraft was this whole entire world living just below our surface that we do not see, just scratching and waiting to come out. And the horrors underneath are greater than any horror that our mind could ever conceive. Lovecraft was all about the unseen and what could not be comprehended, and the evil lurking just underneath the surface. Although Lovecraft wouldn't necessarily consider it quote unquote evil, because a lot of these alien races and things like that did not really have any morality towards humans at all. They saw them as either insignificant or as things to be manipulated or destroyed and eaten. So anything else, and then we'll get to the 8th gate, which is pretty cool. If that wasn't cool enough, we got more cool stuff with the 8th gate. Blondie, anything?
Uh-uh.
All right. The 8th gate for the Necronomicon opens to the other worlds in Lovecraft's writing. And the astrological sign associated with it is Cancer, the crab. So this constellation, this astrological sign, is the 8th gate of the Necronomicon, which opens to all of the different worlds that we find in Lovecraft. Lovecraft, and this is going to play into the worlds that he created. So just bear with me. Lovecraft had a strong affinity and fascination with astronomy. It all started when he was a little boy in 1903. his mother gave him a telescope, and it was passed down from his grandmother's side of the family, who died when he was 6. So he kind of inherited that telescope from her. And he also inherited a small library of books on astronomy. And he began to read all of these things at a very young age. And his most prized possession was a book by Elijah H. called The Geography of the Heavens. This was one of the most influential astronomy books on Lovecraft. It was first published in 1835, and this interest for Lovecraft grew and grew and grew through his childhood. And as he got older, he began to go visit the observatory, the Ladd Observatory at Brown University, which was just about a mile from where he was living at the time. And the professor there, I don't remember the guy's name, but he was very generous and gracious to Lovecraft. And he would talk to Lovecraft. He would let him use the telescope in the observatory. And Lovecraft just fed his fascination with astronomy. And it's funny because in one of his letters, he writes how his neck has like a permanent curve in it from all of his time bending back, looking into this telescope. So that should tell you right there how much time he spent studying the stars and and then as he got older, he actually started to write astronomy. And from 1906 to 1918, Lovecraft contributed monthly. He wrote the articles on astronomy monthly to a local newspaper there in Providence, Rhode Island. He also he would give lectures on astronomy to different astronomy clubs there in the area, and he created these little slides that he would put over a lantern to project in order to show people the different constellations and stars and planets. And had like he spent so much time at the Ladd Observatory there, like he had all these people helping him do these. So not only did he have a love for astronomy, he was also very good at it, and he had people teaching him because he spent so much time there. He really wanted to go into astronomy and do this, but he didn't have the capacity for school. He couldn't quite get a hang of the math, but also it wasn't just the math. Lovecraft had severe social anxiety, especially around people his own age. And so he found school and social interaction next to impossible at times. And so he would try to go to school, and then it would get to be too much for him, and then he would have to withdraw, and he would stay gone for long intervals until he could work back up to it. So realizing this, Lovecraft knew that he would never be able to pursue a career in astronomy. So what happens is he starts to take this love for astronomy, and he begins to weave it in and out of his writings. It's all over the place in Lovecraft. So he found a way to incorporate his love for these things, even though he knew he would never be able to teach it. And one of the things that he loved. All right, so you have to think about, all right, Lovecraft, they didn't know all of the things that we knew today about astronomy and study of the stars. They didn't know that other stars had planets around them. They also didn't know what the surface of a lot of the planets looked like. So when you get into Lovecraft's writings, you're going to see him incorporate all of these different worlds on some of the planets. For example, like in Venus, during that time, they imagined Venus was kind of like a jungle planet. So you'll see Venus in Lovecraft's writing will have this kind of jungle landscape in it. We'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a minute. But one of the things you see in Lovecraft's influence is we've talked a little bit in past lessons how he was influenced by Arabic astronomy from the Arabs and also Greek. So you see him taking names of stars from Greek and from Arab and weaving these into his stories and talking about certain stars. For example, I know there is a story of his based off one of the legends that the Arabs saw the winking red star. I think it was what we would call Beetlejuice. They saw this as evil, and so Lovecraft incorporated this type of legend into his writings. So we see him, right. Let's go back to the planets for a second. We talked about him taking Venus. They didn't know what the surface of the planet looks like, and so he made Venus this jungle-oriented type planet. Now you look at some of the other planets in Lovecraft. He places various alien races on all of these planets throughout our solar system. One example is he develops this whole mythology around the planet Pluto, which he calls Yugoth. I think I'm saying that right. Yuggothoth. Yugoth. That's what he names Pluto in his writings, and there is this whole very intricate backstory with the Migo. You've heard me talk about the Migo race. I brought that up because it in one of the gates because it's very popular in his writings, and so he was very fascinated with Pluto. Everything circling, orbiting Pluto, and he just really had this fixation on Pluto. He had this fixation on the moon as well, and he makes up all of these different places, these planets, where all of these different alien races live out in the universe. Now, but he also includes a lot of our known planets, like Jupiter, for example, plays a part in Lovecraft's stories. So do its outer moons. This was the place of what's called the Yithians in some of his writings. Mars is also included in Lovecraft's writing, and it's what you have on Mars in Lovecraft is all of these ruins from this Cyclop race that used to live on the planet Mars. Mercury, okay, because again, you have to realize they didn't know how hot these planets really were. So Mercury was inhabited by another great race. I mentioned the moon, and we've also mentioned Venus. Neptune was another planet that plays into Lovecraftian lore. And it's associated with the Migo people, who were also on Pluto as well. He also gets into the star Polaris and has some stuff going on there. So there is this huge fascination with astronomy for Lovecraft and dream worlds, what we talked about. These are some of the heaviest things that you are going to see in his writings, because in his real life, these were two of his passions. He was passionate about dreams, and he was passionate about astronomy. So it makes sense that these are going to play a huge part in all of his stories. So the Necronomicon and these gates are supposedly they're supposedly be able to open to bring you into these worlds. Gate 7, the Gemini, is the Dreamlands, and the 8th gate, Cancer, is the gate to visiting all of these other worlds. Now remember, all of this is accomplished on the astral plane through astral projection, where the consciousness is able to leave the body and travel through these certain gates to all of these different places. If you want more detail on the subject, we have mentioned this book every week, and I'm going to throw it up there again, unless I accidentally took it down. If not, I will grab my copy of it. I think I took the slide off because I had more stuff to put up there. So one of the books that you can get on the subject, hold on one second. Donald Tyson's book on the 13 gates of the Necronomicon goes into immense detail of what we are talking about on this show, and is one of the best books on the subject to date. So if you want to know more about what those specific dreamlands entail and what those specific places on all these planets entail, he goes very in depth into the writings of Lovecraft and pulls that out for you to read. So you can buy that book on Amazon. So that is all that we are discussing tonight on the gates, doing 7 and 8. Next week, we'll get into gate 9, that talks about the various books that are in Lovecraft's writings. And this is going to bring us to the Necronomicon and other things. This is really, really fascinating. And it's going to take us most of our teaching time to do this one. I'm fascinated with this because as a writer, I include stuff like this in my own writings. I have made up documents, made up books, made up religious texts that play into my stories and hold great power over those who encounter them. And that all stems from Lovecraft. He was the one who made this extremely popular. So we're going to spend a little more time on the 9th gate. Wanted to do that one by itself. If we have time, we'll hop into the 10th gate as well. We'll just kind of see how it goes. Bethany, Dust. Well, I'm going to go back through the chat here and see if I missed anything, any questions. But can you hear me, Bethany?
Yes, but you've been kind of frozen.
Dustin said to listen to your new voice message.
I did. Thank you, Dustin, so much for that. Not funny.
I bet it is funny. I want to hear it so I can laugh.
Go look in the mirror.
That's worse than my jokes that I made. You talk about my bad jokes. That quit being funny in kindergarten.
1990.
1990 what?
That's when it stopped being funny. See how bad they are? How annoying?
Hey, Joel, welcome to the chat. Bethany, you got an echo going on.
I'll leave and come back.
Okay. Hey, Joel. Thank you for hopping in here with us. Saturnian. There he is. He's in here with us. And Julie came back. Awesome. Glad that y'all are all with us. And PW. Sorry you were feeling bad, PW. Oh, Dustin, you sang Lollipop Guild to her? That's amazing. I'm going to get her phone one of these days, Dustin. I'm going to figure out how to set these things on a ringtone and her not know it. And I'll try to video her reaction. I'll have you call while I'm videoing. We'll see her reaction to it. And then we'll put it up on here so we can show everybody. How's that sound, Dustin? Sound like a plan? See if I can get away with that. I have to be sneaky. Let's see what I can do. So for those of you who missed earlier, I'm doing a giveaway here at the end of the show for everybody who has been in chat. Southern Discomfort season 2 issue 1 is coming out on the 7th of January. They build a bear that comes to life and wreaks havoc at a school. So I'm going to be giving one away tonight and Thursday night on Thursday night's show. So we will do that here in just a minute. Kind of wait for Bethany to come back up so she can do it with us. But let me take that off real quick. Let me go through the chat and enter everybody's name here. Okay, Joel, I see you had a question. About a feather and a stone on your path to get back home. Grayish and white on top. Does anybody know anything about interpreting that? Because I do not. So, Joel, maybe somebody in chat can help you with that. That is not my area of expertise. All right. I'm going to start entering names in our wheel. I can get this back working right. All right. Okay. Y'all bear with me just for a moment. Okay. Let's start entering people in. We have Triple X Lady, PW. Hey, Dustin. We got. You
are the lollipop kid.
Lollipop kid. The lollipop.
Killed. You are the lollipop kid.
Lollipop kid. The lollipop.
Killed.
That was great, Dustin. I know Bethany is so happy about that. All right. I'm still adding y'all in here. I got Joel. And let me keep scrolling. Got Julie. And I know Shannon was in here earlier. Let's make sure I've got everybody, y'all. Let's bear with me. Oh, I think I missed some people. Party Music DJ, I didn't see you in there. I missed you. I'm sorry. Hello. Are you still with us? All right, here comes Bethany. Hey, baby. You all right?
Better?
Yes. Took you long enough. You get lost, Magellan?
You will play that joke until it's nothing but sand in my hand. You will just keep going over it and over it and over it, continuously annoying me with it. Same joke, nothing new.
Dustin came up here and played the voice message, the audio recording.
Yeah, y'all like that? That's what I get.
Yeah, we all liked it. All right. I believe that I have everybody entered. So let me read out. And if I missed anybody, y'all let me know. I've got Triple X Lady, PW, Saturnian, Vickie, Joel, Julie, and Shannon. Is that everybody? Before I spin the wheel. Oh, okay. Yeah, Dustin, look on Facebook and Instagram too. Thank you.
Yeah, look at you in a hurry, ignoring people. We're supposed to be here to bridge the gap, help people feel they're comfortable enough to talk that this is a safe place and you're just steamrolling over them.
You see the look on my face, Blondie?
It's a little hard to see it because of the beard.
Well, good.
And weren't you
Guess you'll
telling
never
me
know.
like last night it was like what, down to where?
No, I said I could pull the bottom of it and pull it up and stick it in my mouth.
We're going for the ZZ Top look, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No, Otis, 3 from Hell.
Otis, yep. Which I had a dream the other night. I was telling Bethany about this, that Otis died and I took his place in the Firefly gang.
It's because of how you look.
I don't know. It just means it's time to go back and rewatch the Firefly trilogy.
Actually, Zeke has a baby face, okay? And he hates that. He hates his face because he has a youthful face. And when he was in high school, he looked like Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell.
Mm-hmm.
He hates that. I don't know why guys especially, you all have a baby face, oh, gotta hide it behind a beard.
Yep. The gray beard. All right. Yes, PW, I really did. All right. All right, we're gonna spin away. Let's pull the wheel up. All right, we've got everybody on the wheel. So we're going to spin it. Spin. Come on.
It's not spinning.
All right,
Still
there
not
we go.
spinning.
I
Okay.
know. I'm getting it. I had to push something else. Now it's ready to spin. Here we go. PW wins a copy of Bitch Bear.
Aw, I hope that cheers you up. I know she's sick.
Yeah.
Spin.
Sit and spin. All right. Because I am feeling generous, I'm going to spin the wheel one more time. We'll have 2 winners for tonight. Here we go again.
You know, keep it up with the blonde jokes and I will perm your hair while you sleep.
Vickie.
Yay, Vickie.
Vickie, you get a copy of Bitch Bear. Yeah, Vickie said she doesn't like me without the beard.
No?
No, I don't like myself without the beard. I said.
You have a baby face.
Yeah, Joel said, spin it. We did. We spun it twice, Joel. Yeah, I don't like my baby face.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Dustin said you need new shoulder pads. Ha, 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 ha.
Who, me or you?
You're blonde. That's a blonde joke.
I feel like there should be the badum-dum tiss after every time you two talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, congratulations, PW and Vickie, for winning the prizes on the wheel. Y'all are very welcome. And we'll get Bitch Bear over to you.
I do not need Oompa Loompa shoulder pads.
Shoulder pads, yeah.
Again, Zeke, keep in mind, I will perm your hair while you sleep.
Bethany got mad at me because I sent in an audition of her as an Oompa Loompa for the new Willy Wonka movie coming out.
No, you didn't. No, I did. No.
I did. This is my way of telling you what I did. That I did it. Just saving that one for live on the show to see what your reaction is.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Like, seriously? Like, this is the Hallmark thing all over again?
Maybe. I guess you never got a call back, so you can get it, or they found shorter people. But I told him you grew up dreaming of having green hair and orange skin your life, and this would help you fulfill your lifelong dream of.
Keep in mind, you have a special event this weekend. I can always go with you and then just insist that you have an IQ of a 4-year-old.
Okay, as long as I get to see you. Yep, I am going to New Orleans this weekend to see Bruce Campbell. I got tickets. So I will be at the Fan Expo Con. Meeting Bruce Campbell. My hero.
Good. Why don't you chop your hand off before you go?
I will. Dustin, we got to figure out a way to accomplish this before Sunday so I can show up.
You know what? And I hope nobody calls an ambulance on you when you bleed out.
I'm not going to bleed out. Dustin's not going to let me die.
I know. Darn it.
You would be sad. You always talk about, oh, I don't know what I would do if you were gone.
No, I think I would probably just bring you back to life as a voodoo doll that I could manipulate.
Bring me back to life as a voodoo doll?
Mm-hmm. You never read that Tales from the Crypt?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think how I would still be stubborn. You wouldn't be able to do what you wanted.
I would bring you back as a little Pomeranian that I could carry in my purse.
I would eat your toes off while you sleep. Gnaw them off.
I would put you in a little crate.
I would pee all over your feet every time you came near me.
I would still pick you up and call you my precious little pumpkin.
Vicky's asking what am I missing? Bleed out. Yeah, Vicky. So I want to chop my hand off and get a real chainsaw hand like Ash from Evil Dead. And so Dustin is going to do it for me because I don't think I can do it to myself. So that's kind of what we're.
You know what? Combined with you and Dustin, your thinking together qualifies you both for handicap parking.
Yeah. Well, I technically would. We could park the RV anywhere, Dustin.
Oh God.
There you go. Thanks for that idea, Bethany.
Please don't put this on me. Do not put this on me.
An inspiration of ideas for me and Dustin. Dustin, she is a wealth of ideas. Thank you for that, Boo Bear. Yeah, Vicky, if she made me a Pomeranian and put me in a purse, I would eat everything I'm not supposed to and then have rancid diarrhea all in that purse. Just to ruin her day.
I would still take you everywhere. I would give you a rhinestone collar. You would have a cute little frou-frou frilly bed.
I would be a rabid Pomeranian.
You'd be my baby.
No, you wouldn't come near me. I'd bite anything that went across my face.
But you're so little. You try to bite me, you're not going to be able to bite through anything.
Joel said most people piss into the wind and can't understand why their feet get wet. Oh, man. Let's see, we got great people in chat. They just
I like that one, Joel. That was a good one. That makes you think.
They encourage this type of behavior.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Dustin said, then my severed hand, we could preserve it in a jar for you, and you'll always have a helping hand.
Wasn't there a king in history that did that with his wife's lover's head? Put it in a jar beside her bed?
I don't know, but
was that Peter the Great? Who was that? Anybody?
He's trying to get ahead in life.
Very punny. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, if we're going to preserve my hand, Dustin, for Bethany, I want to make sure I'm flipping the bird when you cut it off. That way we can put it in the jar and it'll be preserved like that. So every time she looks at it,
I would probably sew it to your butt. You know, that's where your head is.
No. We'll keep it in the jar for you to remember me by.
What a gift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then we can, like, when we do pictures, I can hold the jar in my hand, carry it around with me.
I don't know if it, Joel, I don't know if it was Henry VIII.
Henry VIII. If anybody, that would be who I would guess. That's a good guess. You know the Henry VIII song, we could sing that. Maybe one more thing to annoy you with. Winner chicken dinner. Congratulations to PW and Vickie.
It was Peter the Great.
Peter the Great. Okay. Congratulations to PW and Vickie for being winner chicken dinner.
I thought you were going to congratulate Peter the Great.
No.
Like, I don't think you should.
Well, congratulations, Peter the Great. Way to get ahead in life. Yeah, Julie said about my hand, save it in the jar. It will come in handy.
Well, again, I love the plays here.
Yeah. Thank y'all for making these jokes that just grate on Bethany like a cheese grater to the privates. Can I say that on here?
Well, you weren't, I guess. You just did.
I just did. No, I hear people say worse stuff. All right, PW. Get some sleep. We hope that you feel better.
Feel better, sweetheart.
That's okay. You can't hang on. We're about to wrap it up here in a minute anyway.
Yeah, I think that we'll continue our January kickoff of 80s action movies.
Yeah, let's do that tonight. Joel has a warning about Henry VIII.
Good one, Joel.
Peter the what again? Was that?
Peter the Great.
Peter the Great. Okay.
He was crazy.
He sounds like it.
Of course, Catherine had some very interesting taste, especially in furniture. And no, you can't mention it, and you cannot put that on here. We will get banned.
Well, now I want to say it.
It's
All right,
it's
PW.
nudity. I'll just put that there. It's nudity.
Okay. Don't apologize, Joel. Like, have you heard the jokes that have come from this show?
Yeah, some of is he even familiar with the seal joke?
I don't know if Joel saw any of the shows with the seals and the seal jokes.
You have some of the worst freaking jokes. God.
So, Joel,
Oh,
on Thursday night, I'm teaching through the book of Revelation, and we were on the 7 seals. And I made the joke that it's 7 seals like on a document and not seals that flap their fins and bark on a beach. And Bethany thought that was the most awful thing she had ever heard. So for weeks while we taught on the 7 seals, Dustin and I beat this joke into the ground, and we made all these pictures of seals and everything. So we'll always remember that, Bethany. I think I took all the pictures off because I had to make room for
sadly,
more.
yeah, but the pictures were funny.
I don't think there's any more on here because I took them off to make room for other stuff. That's okay. I'm sure as we go on, like we do every week, we will find something else to harp on.
Yeah, actually, oh yeah, after the last time we did a show, Zeke had reminded me of this, what you had told everybody that, and you stayed on this for years. For like 2 years, he convinced everybody that I was lying about my first name, that my name was not really Bethany.
Y'all, her real name is Karen.
No, it's not. It's not. My real name is Bethany. It is not Karen. But he had everybody convinced my name was Karen. People started calling me Karen, and they honest to God thought my name was Karen because of him.
Name.
It is not my name. My name is Bethany.
Oh, Dustin's going to do a slideshow of the pics. Okay, cool. Karen and I will appreciate that.
No, not Karen. My name is Bethany. Stop it.
Joel. Yeah, we got you, buddy. We understood what you're saying. I'm trying to get this one. Yeah, we understood. Oh man. So yeah, make that slideshow, Dustin, for me and Karen.
Stop it. My name is Bethany. Stop it.
No, it's time for the truth to come out.
No,
y'all.
my name is not Karen. Stop it. Especially in this day and age, that's a horrible name. What?
Dustin says your name is Bethany. Stop it.
It's like, oh my gosh, you guys.
So
I feel like I'm like 8 or 9 years old again with my older brother.
Make that slideshow for me and Bethany. Stop it.
That's whatever.
And Julie, her name really is Karen, not Bethany.
No, Julie, my name is Bethany. It is not Karen.
Who do you think they believe?
You had people believing it for 2 freaking years until I'm like, they seriously think my name is Karen, and you thought it was the funniest thing.
It was.
It was not funny. Because people couldn't understand. They were like, well, I seriously thought your name was Karen. I'm like, no, it's not.
Okay, y'all believe who you want, but...
Oh, but if I try to do anything back to retaliate, oh my gosh, do you take it to another level?
Yeah, because you try to get me back, and then I totally annihilate it.
You nuke it from freaking orbit.
Like with your joke today. I told her a blonde joke, and then she tries to get me back, and I totally. I'll have to text you what I said, Dustin, because I can't say it on here.
But like, oh my God.
I made her speechless.
You did. I was like, oh my God. Just
Yeah, Joel said his real name is Dave, and Bethany's real name is Karen.
it is not Karen. Stop it. My name is not Karen.
I get confused about what my real name is because Bethany calls me all kinds of stuff on a daily basis. I start to answer to anything. Yeah, Dustin said your name is Karen. Bethany, stop it. We'll go with that.
No.
KBS sounds like a disease. You got KBS?
Gee, thank you so much. I mean, like, do y'all see how much I can swoon for this guy? Says that, gives me a fake name that I hate, tells me really bad jokes, and creates a sock puppet in my image that has a bag for hair.
It's because I love you. If I didn't do this, you would be worried.
Actually, I would. If you all of a sudden started being nice to me, I would either be looking for insurance policies with my name on it or wondering if a doctor called you to tell you I had like a week to live.
Yeah, but here's the thing for the new people, right? Like, Julie and Joel and whoever else is watching, like, I really do sweet stuff for her. I write her poems, send her flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Very sweet romantic side that I have. So
actually, seriously, he is my, like, he's my emotional rock. He's the one I really lean on when
I'm just a little bit of an ASS.
A little. Oh my God. That is, wow. No, yeah. And the Pope's a little Catholic. I mean, like, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Hemi, welcome. You're hopping in just towards the end. We had a great show. Hope you can go back and check it out. We talked about a haunted location and gates 7 and 8 of the Necronomicon, and now we're just goofing off. Yeah, Joel gets me. He gets called lots of names, but he just answers to it anyway.
And no, Dustin, I do not collect creepy clowns. And don't give a P.O. box number.
We're going to start making fan mail for you, Bethany, and come up with a P.O. box people can send it to. How you like them apples? Okay, good, Hemi. Hope you can check it out. We've been doing a whole series on the Necronomicon here on Tuesday nights. So we're neck deep in it. On the
I hope you grow your beard so long that I can strangle you with it.
I'll try. I'll do it then. See,
please don't. I shouldn't have even said it because yes, you will do it. It was like when no, don't.
Now I'm gonna let my beard grow long and think about all kinds of other things I can do with it. Like I'll use it as a paintbrush. I'll use it as dental floss.
Why do you want to make yourself so unattractive for me?
Well, because you say this stuff, so I'm just gonna run with it. Blondie.
I'm gonna perm your hair and like shave off your eyebrow. It's coming.
Just don't mess with my eyebrow ring.
I will put in a unicorn stud. All right, like.
Oh no. You do that, and remember that video you sent me? I sent it to Dustin too. That's gonna wind up.
Which video? Forehead. Which one? I send you a lot of videos. Which one?
The one where the girl got the thing glued to her forehead.
God, don't. Come on. That's not even. I shared it because it was funny. Don't.
Oh. Yep.
Its response was so you. She was so mad. Basically, this husband and wife, he pranked his wife by gluing something inappropriate to her forehead with industrial strength super glue.
Oh. Yeah, Julie, she's gonna strangle you, Joel. You got long hair, Joel? All right.
See? Yes, Julie, I get it. Yes. It's with their own hair. Or just shove it in their mouth when they're sleeping and then just shut off the airway so they can choke on it. Just teach them a little bit of a lesson.
Try it, Blondie. Try it, Blondie.
It already annoys you when I'm sleeping and you can't. Messes with your chi.
I have to wake you up.
Not even sweetly.
Well, we are getting to the 2-hour mark, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up for tonight. We will be back on Thursday night at the same time, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, and that's going to be our study through the book of Revelation. It's kind of the same format. The only thing different is my daughter, Emma, comes on the show and she sings. And she sings extremely well and plays the guitar. So it's going to be a real treat. We do that on Thursday nights for everybody. But kind of the same format. We're going to have some announcements. We won't be doing any haunted locations. That's for the Tuesday show. Instead, Emma's going to be singing. I'm going to be teaching through the book of Revelation for a little bit. And we're going to cut up and laugh and have fun as well. And you never know what's going to happen, what we're going to end up talking about, what comes up in this time. So we hope that everybody will come back and join us Thursday night. And then Friday for Hauntings and Beyond, which is spearheaded by Dustin, we're all going to be gathering back together and talking about our experience at the Thomas House in Red Boiling Springs, where we were at just a few weeks ago, doing an investigation there for Elite Vixen Paranormal and their fundraiser. So that is what is coming up for the rest of the week for the PPR channel. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for hopping in the chat and hanging out with us. Oh, Joel hadn't had a haircut since 2010. Mine's only been growing out for how many years now, Bethany? 2.5?
3.
About 2.5, I think.
Nope, 3.
It'll be 3 years in June.
Yeah, we're going on 3 years. I remember.
Yeah. So 2.5 years.
That's impressive, Joel.
Yeah.
Oh, it was lovely meeting you, Joel. Please come back. And you are in for a real treat to hear Emma sing.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you, everybody in chat. We greatly appreciate support. We hope that you learned tonight. We also hope you laughed and that you felt included with what we're doing. I always try to get to the chat as much as I can. Sometimes it's a little hard when I'm doing the teaching, but I still try to take breaks and go back through it. So we really appreciate everybody who hangs out and talks. Yeah, good to meet you too, Hemi. Thank you for being here. Joel, Julie, PW, Vicky, Shannon, Triple X Lady, Saturnian was here. I know I'm probably missing some people. I apologize.
But you all make this possible and be very boring without any of you. So
absolutely. So
thanks for being there for us.
Yep. Come back and hang out with us Thursday, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. And Dustin, Friday is still at 11 Eastern. Is that correct? Same time? All right. Yep. Got the confirmation. 11 Eastern, 10 Central on Friday for Haunted and Beyond and our discussion on the Thomas House. So hang out with us for another couple minutes. We always do a... Hold on. Julie, what time is that in the UK? Let's see. Let's see how far ahead y'all are, because I don't remember.
7 hours, I think, but
It's 7 hours ahead of Eastern time.
I think.
Okay, it's 4:01 there, so that's 6 hours ahead of me, and would be 5 hours ahead of you and Dustin.
Yeah.
So 5 hours ahead.
Oh, you guys are up late or up early?
Take your pick.
Oh, jeepers.
Oh,
No rest for the wicked. Well, true, but the best things happen in the witching hours.
Yep. So stick around here at the end. We always play an inspirational video that Dustin has made for us at the end of every show. And we will be back Thursday night for our Immortal Shadows show. So we hope that you will all come back and hang out with us then. And we will see y'all next time. Bethany, you got anything else before I cue up the video?
Sweet dreams, everybody.
Is this what giving up feels like? I don't know, I don't know. Tell me, have I lost my mind? Nowhere to go, so far from home. Is this what giving up feels like? I don't know, I don't know. Tell me, have I lost my mind? So I break these walls and hold